Hey folks, going to be doing a solo play of Carnegie today. Um, I've already went through the setup for both me and when you play solo, you play against Andrew Carnegie. So I've already gone through the setup of both me and Andrew, but I'll run through it real quick here. Um, I have we each got one of our tokens on the for transportation tracks. Andrew's setup comes after the player's setup, so his tokens are on top. That's why you see the white tokens on top of the yellow tokens. Um, another player's color was chosen to essentially randomly close down cities or close down construction spots, as well as donations. So that's the black tokens. Those spots cannot be used by me. Andrew doesn't actually place any tokens out on the board. Um, I have the supply of goods and money here. I have Andrew's victory point tracks over here. His deck of cards is sitting right here. Um, I have went ahead and set up the timeline by randomly choosing which side each of these was on. There's a total of 8 of them. You choose 4 and randomly determine a side. That's set up. I removed 16, I think it was 16. Yes, 16 department tiles. And then these are the ones I was left with. And then I'll switch over here to my player board real quick. You can see that you start with a worker in each of your 5 starting departments, and then you start with 5 in the lobby. You get 6 moves to do before you start the game. So I moved 1 person 1 2 up here. I moved 1 person 1 2 over here. I moved and then moved 2 people over here, 1 over. So that was 1 2 3 4 5 6 movements. And then after that, you can also choose to activate. So I did choose to activate this one. There was no cost associated with it. He can't activate since there's nothing there. And then I chose to activate both of these. Both of these cost me $3, which I paid out of my 12 starting dollars. So now I have basically $6 left. I also got to choose. I also got to remove my starting housing cylinder, and I put it out here on the board of my choice. I put it out in Pittsburgh because that's where I currently reside. And then switching back over here to the board, or my player board, I got to choose a random, or not a random, I got to choose a department to take, and I chose this one. This is essentially a research department that is a telegraph, and it basically, if I have an active guy here, all of my costs to increase on the travel tracks out on the board are reduced by 1. But it cost me $2 to activate a person there. Andrew's deck gets shuffled. His tokens got put out. And I believe we are ready to start. I believe. So I am choosing to play the beginner game. So this is Andrew's deck of cards. It's basically all his actions. I'll go ahead and give him another shuffle here. And it shows you on the back of the card what timeline or what action he's going to be strong in on this upcoming turn. So you can try to negate that as much as possible. There is another deck of cards that you can shuffle into this by removing some of these. And it has a question mark on the back instead of the icon showing what action. And those are the more advanced cards. But with the beginner game, you just play with the 20 deck of normal cards. Then you can swap cards out 5 at a time for normal, difficult, or expert game. So basically, here's how play is going to go. So the locomotive, this is the 0 point victory card, 1 point, 3 point, 6 point, 10 point. As these cards get flipped, they're going to start in the 0 point, and then depending what actions Andrews takes, they're going to move down the track for each action that forces it to move. And then at the end of the game, you just count up how many cards are under each scoring card, and that's how many points Andrew has total. If the locomotive is to the left of this card, it indicates that the player chooses the action that's going to happen that round. And if the locomotive, at the end of the round, it'll move to the right side, vice versa. After every round, it switches sides. If it's on the right side, then Andrew is the one who chooses the action for that round. So let's just go ahead and dive in. So step 1 is to essentially draw the first card, and it will go face down on top or over the 0 point card. And just slide that down there so get it out of the way. It is the research and development track or action is what's there. So now the locomotive is on the left, so I get to choose the action. So I'll take the little gear here, and I got to decide what action I want to take. Might take a management action so I can go ahead and get that tile out on the board. I have my 4 goods tiles. I think I'll do that. So I will take a management, and it's a donation. Well, it's going to happen one way or the other. So I'm going to choose a management action. So the first thing we do is there's an event, right? So it's a donation event. So what we are going to do is Andrew takes his turn first. So we will flip over Andrew's action card, and I'm just going to put it up here for the time being. Actually, I might set it over here so that we can look at it real quick. So you will see that there are several things on this card, and as we get to them, essentially we'll address them. I will lay it back down here for the moment. So in the event, if it is on the donation symbol, which it is, Andrew will put a disc on the space of the donation chart indicated at the top of the current round's action card. So if we look at the top of this card, that's the brownish reddish section there. You'll see that there is a donation on the left, and the right just indicates that that's the donation row. So we will find that row, and we will put one of his discs out on the board to indicate he has sewed that one up, and that one is right there. That matches the one that he has chosen. Now we will go to his action. So it is a management action. So Andrew takes 1, 2, or 3 tiles from the department type that appears on the current round's action card. Andrew always takes the lowest number available. For each department not available, slide Andrew's current action card 1 space to the left. So he's going to take a department type that appears on the current round's action card. So there are 2, and kind of move this up. There are 2, and the symbol is the HR symbol, the movement symbol. So he will take 2 of those cards, or 2 of those tiles. And did it say takes 1, 2, or 3 tiles? Andrew always takes the lowest number available. For each department not available, slide Andrew's the lowest number available. So that says 2 times, so I would think that means he takes 2 of them. And then they are the HR ones, and the lowest number available. That means if there's doubles of them out here on the board. I see. I think I know what that means. So for instance, I have 2. So here's this row up here is the human resources row, and there are actually 2 of these tiles available. So he will take the lowest number. So he'll take I guess this one and this one from left to right, and those are basically out of the game. We'll just set those over I think they're out of the game. We'll just set them aside for right now. And then it goes to my turn. So that's Andrew's card, and that remains face up here on the 0 point track. Yep, and then we go to me. So I can make a donation, and it is $5 for me to make a donation. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I do have 5. That leaves me with $1 left. I probably should make a donation, and these are basically going to get me victory points at the end of the game. He kind of took the one I was going to, that I wanted to take. So, I think what I may do I may go ahead and pay 5. I'm going to pay 5, and I'm going to take one of my discs here, and I am actually going to take the research, the donation that says I get 3 victory points for every research and development department that I have. Right now I just have 1, but I have this other one off to the side that I'm going to add in there. So then what happens is this moves over and gets kicked out, and then we're going to do this action. Or rather, I guess technically, this action happens first, and then it moves over and kicks this up. So that's a management action. So I will go to my board here, and I will look at my board, and I have 2 different management tiles, or departments, that I can activate. Can I activate both of them? Or only one or the other? In any order. So I can activate all of them, or one, or none. Although I don't know why I would activate none. So the first one I'm going to activate is this one. And I have a guy active here, and I have 2 choices. I can spend 1 goods cube to put down a department onto a empty spot where I have a guy laid down, or I could spend 2 goods cubes to put the department down in an empty section. I'm going to spend 1 goods cube, and we'll just put that back in my thing, on my player tray, and I will put this department right here, and then my guy is right there. He's laid down though, he's not standing up. Now, over here I have 2 guys, so I have 2 choices to take with either of these guys, or both of them, I guess I should say. I could either take $3 or 1 goods cube, or I can send on mission, and if I do, I get $6 or 2 goods cubes. Now, I probably do want to send them on a mission. So what I'll do, so for this one, for this guy I'll leave here, I'm going to take $3. So I'll get $3 back. For this one I am going to send on the mission, so I pick him up, and I'm going to come over here to the board. And I get to pick somewhere on the board to place him. And I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'll just stick to the east, so I'll put him over here on the east. And that's where he's going on his mission. And I get my choice of either $6 or 2 goods cubes. I'll take the $6. So I'll get a 5 and a 1. And then what happens is this moves over. Advances 1, that kicks this out, and I believe that's the end for my actions. The last thing I have to do is make a choice onto whether I want to activate any workers that I have laid down. So for $2, I can activate this guy, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to, oh, sorry, you can't see that. For $2, I can activate this guy, stand him up so I can actually use that department. So I'm going to take my $2, I'm going to spend my $2, and now he is active in that spot. And as long as he is there and active, all of my research and development costs for moving my guys out here on the track, my cylinders or my discs out on the track, are one less than what they what they would normally be. That seemed very powerful, so that's why I chose to do it. We'll see. So now it's the end of the round. Andrew's current action. Turn Andrew's current action card face down. All right, so that gets flipped over. It goes under the victory point card. Move the locomotive over to the other side, so that just moves over to the other side there. And a new round begins. So we just do the same thing, rinse and repeat. So the next card, let's see, the game will end. The game will end. Oh, that's right. When all four of these get over to the right. All right, so we'll go to the next one. This action card is the construction card, or construction symbol. The card that just picked out construction. And so, but it is his. It's on the right, so he gets to choose the action. So what happens here is we flip this card's round face up. I'll flip it over here, and the action symbol circled in orange indicates the timeline that Andrew has chosen for the round. Place the timeline marker to the right. So you'll see that this one is circled in orange, which is what it said on the back. So he's going to go here, or he will place the orange token in this timeline row here, because that's the action he has chosen. And then we go back to his turn. So on his turn, if the event chosen is not a donation, if it's a pull back all your guys activate, or a income activation, Andrew does nothing. So he doesn't do anything for this part, but he does activate his action, which right here he chose. This is going to be his action down here, and there's 4 cities listed. So we will go to the book here and see what that means for construction. Place one of Andrew's discs on the leftmost space of each city named on the current round's action card. For each disc it cannot be placed, Andrew's current action card goes 1 space to the right. So I'm just going to pull this off and flip it over here so we can see. So I'm going to get his, there's 4 cities listed. I'm going to get 4 of his discs. New York is 1, so he will get 1 cube in the or 1 disc in the leftmost spot. There's that one. Chicago, the next leftmost spot is the one that's diagonally above the one that was already blocked. New Orleans is leftmost there, and then San Francisco is also the diagonal one up to the north. And that completes Andrew's turn. Now it is my turn. I can choose to do income for the South. I have nobody in the South, so there's not really a point for me to do that. I don't think I can do it really at all. Yep, I can only activate it if I return one or more of my employees from that active mission area, which is the South, and I have nobody there. Then each player that returned an employee may activate the mission area to get points for the projects, which I don't have. So then I go to my action, which is going to be construction. So construction departments, I only have one, and it allows me to send this person out on a mission. And if I do so, I can do a project here if I pay a goods cube, whatever the cost in good. Sorry, you guys can't see that. My construction department here is I can send this guy out on a mission, which I'm probably going to do, and then I pay the goods cost on this section to put um, a disc out, which is I'm probably going to do that. So I will take him, and we will go over here. And now I have to choose a section. So I can see here that the west is actually going to activate 1, 2, or 3. So I'm probably going to put my guy out here on the west. So I'll put him on a mission out here in the west. And then flipping back over here to my board, I can pay 1 good to get this cylinder off, or 2 goods a piece to get, or 2 goods to get this cylinder off, or this disc. That's the word I'm looking for. This one's going to gain me more money. This one's going to gain me more cubes. I'm thinking money is a little bit more important right now. So I'm going to spend a goods cube. And I will take this disc. And I will come over here to the board. And now I have to place this disc in the section where I set my guy out on a mission, which is the west. And it has to cover one of the money symbols, which is what I took it off of. Or I could cover up just any of these, basically, or the little towns. But I'm not. I'm going to. I think I'm going to go to Los Angeles, cover up the mini symbol right there, the money symbol right there. And that'll kind of help me out a little bit. So that's my turn. Believe that's all of my turn. Let me make sure here. Research and development. How do you get more industries? There must be a way to get more industry, or more departments, not industries. Perhaps it is a I don't see it out there. Sorry, I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to read here and figure out how I would research essentially. Or no. That's if never mind. I'm thinking that I have to get them into my stash before I play them, but I don't. It's just that first one starts off in your personal stash. That you get at the start of the game, and then when I would take the action that would allow me to put another one out, I just choose it from the board. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how I would get it in my stash to be able to actually play it, but I don't have to do that. So that finishes my turn. I could activate any of my employees, but I don't have any that can really activate. What I will do now is this will be the end of the round, and this gets flipped back over. It did not move, so it stays under his 0 victory point marker. This is going to move back over here to the side. This is going to move over here and kick this out. And now we're on to another round. So I'll draw the next one. The next one has the movement symbol on it, and it will start face down. The locomotive is on the left side, so I get to choose the action first. Actually, I probably screwed up and should not have sent my guy there because there's only one east activation. Well, two, I guess, up here. The west and the south look like they're going to be the most lucrative. So I should have sent him down here. But that's okay. So west. So what action do I want to take? I don't want to take movement, because that's what he really wants to. That's what Andrew is really going to be strong in on this turn, the HR department. So I'm not, or HR, yeah, department, I guess. I don't want to take that. So, but I can take one of the other three. I think what I'm going to do is actually take. Yeah, I'm going to take the research and development action. And the event is the west, so or activation in the west. So what we will do is we flip Andrew's card over. I'll set it over here, and we will see. So it's not his turn, so we do not do any kind of donate, or there was no donation. So we're not going to do any kind of donation. And we chose the research and development, which is the bottom here, and it says one time, basically once in the Midwest, move his tracker goes to the right one. I'm going to just verify that, but that seems like that iconography is pretty straightforward. Move Andrew's transport disk on the region indicated in the current round's action card to the right by 1 to 3 spaces as indicated. And then for each movement that can't be made, the card slides along the victory point track down here. So we'll put that here, and it is for the Midwest, which is here. So he goes 1, and it was 1 time, so he moves 1 up the track, and then he is done, and this gets slid under the 0 point victory point card. I guess I could just leave these down here out of the way. They're going to stack up pretty quick. Now it is my turn, and so the event, I can do the west as well. I don't think I want to right now, though, because what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to increase some, going to increase my income for when it happens again, and it's going to happen pretty quickly. So I will not take the event, which may be a mistake, but we'll see. Then we do the action, which we already activated Andrews, so that's fine. But my action is the research and development. So we come over here to my research and development board, or my department, and I have 2 actually. One is +3 for each worker here, so I have 3, so I get 9 research and development points to spend. And when I move my discs up on tracks, it costs me 1 less research and development point as long as this guy's active, which he's going to be. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over here to the main board. In the west, you'll see for me to go from the first spot to the second spot, it costs 2. But because I have my telegraph department over there, it only costs me 1. So I will spend 1 to move up to there. Then I can spend another 1 to continue to move up, which would get me a goods cube. I think I will do that. So I'm down to 7 points now to spend. And seven and south is going to be another one that I want to move up. I'll move one up more on the south. So now I have 6. What I will do is, so it would normally cost me 3 to go to the next one, but I can reduce that to 2, so I can move one more for 4. And then what I will do is I have 4 left, rather, so it costs me 2 to move there. And what I will do here is it costs me 2 to increase this to research it out, so I'll research out one more. So I have 2 left, and then I'll put that one there. And then I will do 1 for here. That slides that out, and I got a disc there. And I have 1 left, and I will do 1 more here. And slide that out 1 more to put me another disc. Okay. So that is my research and development action. I think that was very productive. That causes this to go over here. This kicks it out. Now I could stand any of my guys up, but I don't have any guys to activate. This locomotive goes over here to indicate Andrew's going to take the next turn, or choose the action next. And that's it. Now we go to the next card. The next one is the research and development icon. So that gets placed there. And it is on the right, so this does get flipped over. Maybe it'd be easier to show like this. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. You'll see that he is actually going to choose the research and development action. So that'll go there, and it's going to activate the south as an event. Does nothing for Andrew, which is good. But then he takes his action, and his action on the card says that he moves 3 times on the west track to the right. So we'll go over here to the west track, and he goes 1, 2, 3. And then this gets flipped over and goes in his pile. And now it's my turn. South, I don't have anybody to pull back, so I can't activate it. But I can do the research and development action, which I just did. So we'll just do it again. I get 9 more points, and I have a less cost of 1 here. So we're going to pay 2 to increase here. It leaves me with 7 points. We're going to pay 3 to here, which leaves me with 4 points. And I think I'm going to spend my last 4 points, so it takes me to 5 to get to here, but because of my telegraph, it would take 4. I will spend my last 4 points to go up here. Now, this is the last spot, which means that only I can be here, and I instantly get 3 goods cubes for going there. So I'll get my 2 goods cubes from my tray, plus 1 from the bank. If I can get it out of there. Okay. Now, so that's my turn. I don't have anybody to stand up. This moves over and kicks this out. And this goes back over here to this, and we start another round. Again, another research and development action for Andrew. But it's my choice. And I'm not going to choose that. What I believe I'm going to choose is the west for the movement. But I also need to probably get somebody out to the south. But I want to make sure I have all my guys there. Yeah, we're gonna do I need more guys. I need to bring him back and put him back out. That's a tough decision. Construction would activate and then allow me to take anybody off of there. Or management could do it as well. Allows me to also get another tile for a good and money. But that would activate the south. I have nobody in the south. I'm going to have to take movement. I'm going to have to go here. It is a income, which Andrew does not care about. We'll go ahead and flip his card. And we're going to take a look at it here. So his movement is 2 times to the right, is what that says. So I believe that we just moved this card 2 spaces to the right. So 3 victory points. Let me just verify that. Slide the current round's action card to the right by the number of spaces indicated, which is 2. So that slides over here on 2, and then that's Andrew's done. So he has a 3-point victory point card now. I'll just leave that there so you can kind of see it. Now I take my action west. I'm going to pull my guy back. So I'm going to take him. I'm going to pull him off. And he's going to return to my lobby. Now what we look at here is we look at the track. And we see that I get 2 victory points every time I pull somebody back. So 2 victory points per guy that I pull back. So I get 2 victory points immediately. So my marker goes up to 2. But he's at 3 at the moment. So I gotta make some headway. But every time I pull a guy off there, I should be getting 2 victory points. Now, additionally, I come over here to my board and I look at my projects. And I activate these once. So the only one I have open right now, or uncovered, is $2 for the income this is the industry. I forget what this is. Taxes maybe? I'm not sure. Economy probably. I get $2. So I will take $2 to activate that project. So then I take the action, the move action, right? The HR department. So I can move. I get 3 per guy that I have here, and you start with 1 permanently, and I have a second one, so I get 6 moves basically, and I have 2 guys here. I'm going to need to actually get some of these projects out. Do I want to do? I gotta figure out how I want to do this. I'm going to need to put guys out. I don't want to do that in the south. I'm going to have to do another. But that doesn't let me put. Ooh, this is rough. I'm going to have to make a decision. Probably going to do management. So I have 6 moves. One, 2. One, 2. One. So I moved him. He was active. That means he has to lay down. I technically have 1 more movement left, but I don't. Well, I could move him up. I'll move him up 1 and lay him down. That's my last action. Okay, so that's the moves. Now I can pay to stand people up, so there's no cost to stand these guys up in this department. There is a cost of $2 a piece to stand both of these up, so I will spend the $4. Let's go back into the bank to stand both of these up to get them ready. And that's it for that. We'll switch back over here. This kicks this out and moves over. And now this moves over to the right to indicate Andrew is going to take the next action, or choose the next action. This slides down. And we go to the next round. And it's another research and development action. So that's what Andrew is going to decide to do. So we will just flip it over and we will look here, research and development. So we take the cog and put it on the research development. It is donation though. So that means that Andrew is going to put he's going to cover up the East donation, which is not good. Because, well, it's not bad either, I suppose, because I'm actually not going to try to get anything in the East since it's not going to come up much on this board. And then his action for the research and development is to slide his cylinder or his disc over 3 spots in the East. So he goes 1, 2, 3. And then that's done, and that is a 0-point card for him. Now it's my turn. I can make a donation. I have $6. Now I already made 1 donation. In order to make my next donation, it cost me 10. I can't make a donation. I can convert goods cubes to dollars at a 1-for-1 rate. I believe it's 1-for-1. Let me double check that. Yes, I can sell goods cubes at a 1-to-1 rate. So I could sell all 5 of these, or I guess 4 of them, to get enough. But I don't really want to do that. Well, I could and put a donation out. What would I put my donation at though? Because I'm going to get some cubes. I'm feeling because we're taking the research and development. So each industry, but I'm not really going to build that. 3 points for each section I'm in on the train area. That might be beneficial. Let's do that. I will spend 4 goods cubes. We'll sell them back to the market for $4, which puts me, make change, gives me $10, which I can then spend to do a donation. I will do so. I will take one of my yellow things, and I'm going to put it up here as for 3 points for each train section I'm in. Leaves me with 1 goods cube. So that's my donation. And then I take the research and development action, which I still have 2 guys here. So that gives me 6 points instead of 9. And I still have this activated, which is -1 to my cost. So what I will do is I have 6 points. It's going to cost me 4 to move to here. It would cost me 5, but I have the 1 left, and I get 3 goods cubes as soon as I do that. And I have 2 research and development points to spend now. And I think what I will do is just spend 1 to go up here. It leaves me with 1 more. And I will just spend it down here to increase this out by 1. And I have another thing. Now this is going to cost me 2 every time I increase it, though. So that's research and development for me. This slides over, kicks this out. I don't want to stand anybody up. All my guys are standing how I want them. I need to get them out on the board. And then we go to the next. This slides back over to indicate that I'm going to choose the next action. And this slides down to indicate it's a 0 points. And we'll go to the next card. It is a HR action. And I get to choose what action we actually take, though. So what do I want to do here? I'm going to need to get my guys out on the board. I'm going to have to take a management action for the south to put people out in the west so that the construction, yep, that's what's going to have to happen. That's what's going to have to happen. So, unfortunately, because I have no people there, his next action is going to be management, which is going to be good for me. So maybe I should choose management's going to activate here, which means I probably need to get a guy into the south. Couple guys into the south, actually. I've got the goods cubes. I could trigger a donation, but that's not going to help me. I don't need to move guys. I'm going to do the construction because I have 2 guys that I can send out. We're going to do construction. So we do the west. I have no guys to pull back, and it's income, so Andrew doesn't do anything. But we will flip over Andrew's card, and it is a construction. So he will construct a disc in Salt Lake City and in Reno. So we'll get 2 discs here. Okay, so here's the rub. Salt Lake City and Reno are already covered up, right? So here's Reno, here's Salt Lake City. So this card just moves over twice for each card that it can't, each disc he can't place, and then that gets flipped over, and that's a 3-point victory point card. I have nobody to pull back from the west, but I can activate construction, which I'm going to send both of these guys out. One guy, I'll do them. I have 2 guys over here. I'm going to send them both out. I'll do one at a time. The first one is going to come in here to the south, and I will put him here. And by doing that, I can pay 1 or 2 goods cubes to move, to construct a project out here. I'm going to choose a 1 to spending 1 goods cube to pull the cylinder that was here off. And I'm going to put a construction icon. I have to put it out here in the south somewhere. It's going to cover. It has to cover the housing symbol, so we'll cover New Orleans up here. And then I have the other one. I will pull him off and send him on a mission. And do I want to send him to the south as well? Probably, because then they will both come back. So I will send him to the south as well. And then I am going to take one here for 1 goods cube. And I'm doing that because the unlocked level here is I can take $1 or I can get an extra guy. So I'm probably going to start taking an extra guy. So now this has to come over onto a housing area, which I can put it here, or it could be one of these empty spots, but well, wait a minute, because I get points for chaining. To chain from New Orleans to New York or New Orleans to Chicago. Yeah, we'll put it in Atlanta. Cover up that housing. There. So those are the construction projects. And that is my turn. This comes over, kicks this out. This moves over to indicate Andrew's going to choose the next action. I don't have any guys to stand up, but I could pay for. I can't even pay for them yet. I need to fix that because these guys are about to come back, and I'm not going to be able to pay for them. Well, I'm going to get a little bit of money. Okay. So next turn. So Andrew's card comes out. He's going to choose, and it's going to be the management action. So we'll put there in the south. It is a income, so I will do that during my turn, but we flip Andrew's card over, and we will see that for the management action here, one time he gets one, he picks one of each of those departments from the tray, and for each one he can't pick, he moves, that card moves to the right. So he always chooses the lowest one, so he'll choose this one. He has one, and then one of these. We'll just pick that one, and then we'll pick this one. So those are the ones that he chose. I think I'm doing that right. I could be doing it wrong. I'm not sure. And then he was able to choose all three, so this does not move down the track any at all. But now it's my action. South, I'm going to pull both my guys back. So I'm pulling two guys back. They're both going to go in my lobby. So I have two guys times 2 victory points. So I now have up to 6 victory points, which matches currently what Andrew has. I also go to my project board and what I have uncovered. So I get $2, $1, and either $1 or my choice of an extra guy. I'm actually going to choose an extra guy to come into my lobby here. So I get $3. $3. So that was the south, and now I activate, or I do the action for management. So, 2 departments here. One is 1 good or 2 goods cubes to place a department. So let's look at the departments up here and see what I may want to get. I am going to spend 2 goods cubes to take this management one, and I will put it right here. And I had to pay 2 goods cubes because there was no guy here for me to place it down on top of. Now I can activate this one, and I have 3 guys here, so I can activate, or I can do either one of these actions for all 3. I'm probably going to send them out, and we're going to be coming up on the west activations. Andrew's going to do a construction, which is going to be the Midwest, which I have nobody there right now, but I could get some money if I put all 3 of my guys there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take all 3 of my guys. And they're all going to the Midwest. Okay. Now, I have a choice for each of those guys. I could get $6 or 2 cubes. I'm going to take 2 cubes for 1. And then $6 for each for the other ones. So I'll just take 2 5s and 2 1s for 12. So now I've got a nice chunk of change with a couple goods cubes. And they are out there in the Midwest. Sorry. They are out here in the Midwest because that's what's going to activate next here. Because he's going to take the, or rather here, he's going to take the construction action. Yep, and that's my turn. So then this moves over, kicks this out. I don't have any guys to stand up. And this is going to move... Or no, he's not going to choose that. I could choose that. Or I could choose management. That's right. This moves back over. It's not his turn. And this slides back down here. So next turn is Andrew's construction action is the heavily favored for him. I probably don't want to do that. I probably want to do the management again, but I don't have anybody in management. So I could do movements. Because he's going to take another construction action. I could do moves and get those 3 guys up there, which is probably what I should do. It gives me 3 moves. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do donation because I have enough money. Well, I need 15. I'm not going to do a donation. But Andrew will. So we flip over Andrew. And his donation he's going to pick is the bridge one. It's already picked. So I believe... I don't know if that means the card moves over or not. Let's take a look. Event. Yep, Andrew's victory point. Andrew's card goes 1 to the right, so it'll move over here. And now Andrew activates first for the HR, which is the action that I chose, and he moves his card over 1 more to the right. So that will put it over here in the 3 victory point slot, and then Andrew is done. So he's at 9 victory points at the moment. Now it's my turn. I can choose to do a donation. I'm not going to, just because I don't want to waste the cash at this point. So I do take the move people action, and I have my 1 permanent guy down here, which gives me 3 moves. One's going to be to move over here, and then we will do 1 here. Well, wait, he's going to do construction, right? He's going to pick construction. So I'm going to have to move 1 person, 1, 2 over here. Leave 1 guy in my lobby. So it was 1, 2 to move him there, and then just 1 to move here. That's all 3 of my moves. And that's the end of my turn. This moves over, kicks this out. And this moves over to indicate Andrew's going to take the next turn first, and we go to construction. So we pick his next card, which is the construction card. We are going to pick construction, which is Midwest, which means he doesn't take an income action. However, his construction, he puts 1 in Albany, New York, Washington, and Pittsburgh. And for each one he can't, that card moves to the right. So he's putting 4 down. Albany covers up that leftmost one. New York, covers up that next one. Washington covers up that one. And Pittsburgh covers up that one. So he was able to place all his discs, so that's a 0-point card. That'll move down to there. Now my turn. Midwest, I'm going to pull all 3 of my guys back. They're all going to go into my lobby here. I'm going to get 3 times $2, so I get $6. Maybe I should have did a donation. Probably should have. And then I get my bonuses here. So I get $2, $1, or $1 and a guy. I will put another guy in here. And I will take my $3. And that's the income for the Midwest. Now I go to construction. So I have 1 construction here, and it allows me to put this guy, send this guy out on a mission. And I am going to, where do I need to send him? I get next choice of action. And I'm going to choose to make moves because I need to get my workers back out in all my spots. Oh, you know what? I should have stood my guys up. I should have paid 2 for this guy to stand him up. And then my other guy would have stood up at the end of the turn. I forgot to do that. So I just reconciled that. And it's in the south. I'm going to have to move. So we're going to... Yeah, we're going to go here. In the south. And I will pay... I would like to pay... I have 2. I could put the industry cube down. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay my 2 goods cubes. And I'm going to pick off this industry cube to build. And it's got to go in the south over here. And it's going to go in Houston. Why not? Yeah, it's gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna go in Houston. So that was my construction. So this moves over, kicks this out. I can stand anybody. I can pay to stand anybody up, which I can't afford. And then we go. This slides over to the right to indicate it's going to be my choice. And we go to the next one, which for Andrew is going to be a management action. But I get to choose because the train is on the left side there. So I'm going to choose the move, like I discussed earlier. And then we go to Andrew. So we flip over Andrew's card, and it is a income, so it ignores the donations. And we go to the move. So Andrew, this card moves 2 to the right, so 1, 2, and it's under 3, and that's done for him. So he now has 1, 2. He has 12 victory points. If that's okay. Now I can pull back from the south, so I'm going to pull one guy back here from the south. He's going to go back to my lobby. And I get 2 victory points for that. So that goes up to 8. And then I will do income on the right here. I get 1 goods cube. Haha. I get 2, 3, or another guy. I think I'll take the $4 instead of the extra guy. That's what I'll do. I'll take the $4, and let's make some change here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave those 6 there. All right, so that's all my money. So that's my income for the South. Now I will take the move action. I have 2 guys here, so I get 6 moves. I'm going to go, well, let's see, he's going to choose move next. Which will activate the Midwest, which I don't have anybody there. So I just need to set my guys up. I'm going to have double moves, essentially. So what I could do is move 1 over here. So I get 9 moves next turn. That's 1. So I have 5 moves left. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the end of my move. So I can stand my guys up. So this guy will stand up for free. This guy costs... Do I want to stand him up, though? I don't. This guy stands up for free. This guy costs me $2 to stand up, so I'll pay $2 to stand him up. You know what? I'll stand him up. $5. I got it. Might as well spend it if I got it. Right? Right. So that's all the guys I can stand up. So we'll flip back over here. This moves over. This kicks this out. This moves over to indicate Andrew's going to choose the next action. And away we go. So, like I said, Andrew's going to be movement action. And so he will choose movement, which is Midwest. It's a donation, or it's a income, so he doesn't do anything other than we flip this over, and this card moves over 3 to the right. So 1, 2, 3. This is a 6-point card now, and that's done. So he's getting even more points. Midwest, I don't have anybody to pull back. I don't activate any of my things, but I do activate another move action. So I get 9 moves now. So I can go 1, 2, and 1, 2. Or he was here. I could go 1, 2. That's better. Yep, that's better. Okay. End of my turn, I will choose to stand this guy up, and I will pay the $2 to stand the other guy up to make him active. Now all my guys are active. We'll switch back over here. This slides over, kicks this out, and we're on to, or this moves back over to indicate I choose the action, and we're on to the next turn. It is a move action is going to heavily help Andrew, so we're not going to do that. What we will do, do I want to do construction or do I want to do management? If I do construction, it's going to be a donation, which is going to give him blocking up a point. I don't think he actually calculates donations. I think he just calculates whatever his cards are. I think. I'm not sure. We'll find out at the end of the game. Either way, it's going to trigger at some point, but I will be able to actually do more. I don't have any guys out. I can just get them. I think I'm going to do that. He's going to activate move. I'm just going to move that over and activate the east so I could pull that guy back. Or I could try to move that up the track a little bit. 6 points. I could do that. That's going to be 2 and 1, and then... Okay. And I'll leave it at 4. Yep. That's what we'll do. But that pulls that guy back before I can do that. Crap. Not helpful. But construction, I believe, is going to be the way to go. And I do have enough. He's going to be activating moves, which is going to trigger that. Yeah, we're going to do construction, so we'll go here. Donation happens, so we flip over Andrew here, and he gets the... that's already covered. I have already chosen that one, that particular one, so this moves over one to the right. And now we chose the construction, and Andrew puts one in New Orleans and Houston. So New Orleans there, and Houston there. And then that's done, and that's a 1-point victory card. And now I can choose to make a donation for 15, which I probably really should. What do I want to actually pick, though? I'm going to make $15, and I'm going to choose to get 3 points for every management tile I have. And then I activate construction. We activated Andrew's construction. My construction, I've got 2 guys here. I'm going to pull both of them off, and he's going to be activating the east. So I should put those in the east. So I get all 3 of those back. And I have to build, or I can... Oh, wait, I've only got 1 goods cube, though. That's okay. I only got 1 goods cube, so that's what I'm going to have to spend. And I'm going to build a construction thing. So it's either the money or it's the housing. We'll take it from the income here. And we are just going to lay it down in New York. Right there for the money. That's my construction. Now, this slides over. This kicks this out. I don't have any guys to stand up. This slides over, indicating Andrew's going to choose the next action. We go to the next turn, and it is, like I said, is the movement. So he will choose movement, and it's going to be both. So it is a donation and a thing. So his donation, he takes the Midwest for 2. It's already chosen, so this slides over for 1. And then his move is to move this card over 3 more. 1, 2, 3. This is now a 10-point victory card. And now I'm starting to get worried. I mean, I know Andrew was pretty ruthless, but I didn't realize it was this ruthless. So now it's my turn. I get to do a donate and a income if I wanted to. So let's first do income. We'll see how much money I left. Maybe I'll do a donation as well. These 3 guys come back. They go into my lobby. I get $3 a piece, or $1 a piece. So I get $3 back. That gives me 5. Now I go to my player board and produce my projects. I get 1 goods cube. I get 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to take the $6. And I don't have enough money to actually do a donation. It requires $20 to do a donation for me now, which I'm probably just not going to be doing that donation. But we take the move action, which is me, and I get 9 moves. So we are going to... I am going to take a management action, even though I have nobody in the Midwest. And I think I'll put them in the West. He's going to take this, so I would have to put them there. Maybe I will take... No, it's going to be my choice next. That's right. I don't know what his action is actually going to be. I'm going to have to take management. Actually, I could take construction. Or I could do the research. Okay. 9 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm wasting the other 2 moves. Well, move him up there. He gets laid down, though. Like he moved from there. Okay. Oh, sorry, you didn't even see that. I had 3 guys here. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I moved 1 guy from here up to here and laid him down. That is my move. Now I can stand my guys up. These guys are free to stand up. There's no cost. These guys cost me $2 a piece, which I will pay for 4. 2, 3, 4. And that's the end of my move. This slides over, kicks this out. So one of these has reached the end. We're nearing the end of the game. This slides over to indicate that I'm going to be able to choose the next action. This slides down. We come out here, and it's research and development is what is good for Andrew, so I'm not going to choose research and development. What I will choose, though, I believe, is I'm going to choose a management action. Because I have a lot in management, but I don't have. So if I choose, so the next, he's going to choose management, so I could load up the West. I could load all my guys into the West and get a bunch of victory points. Or I could do construction, get a couple guys out there. No, I need cubes. I need management. We have to do management. We have to do management. Midwest. Andrew goes first. He doesn't do anything other than he takes 2 management tiles from here, and he'll grab this one and this one. And those are just gone. Oh, wait, the lowest numbers. I see the numbers in the bottom left now. I had these laid out wrong. He always takes the lowest ones first. Okay. So this was here. Okay, so this... Well, he did choose. So for here, he chose properly, because this one was number... You'll see, kind of see that, maybe. Number in the bottom left. That one's 5 and 6. These are the 2 he chose, but the other ones he chose were not the proper ones. These were 2s. So here's an 8. This one should be here to 9 and 11, and then this is a 13 and a 14. So he probably chose the wrong ones. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to undo it. I'll just move on. So he was able to choose 2, so that just gets flipped, and that does not give him any extra points. But now I come back from the Midwest. I have nothing because I didn't pull anybody back. I don't produce. I don't believe I produce. Let me look and see. Correct. I do not produce. Because I didn't pull any guys off the board. So, but I do then activate my management. So I've got 3 management tiles now. We'll activate this one first. And for this one, I'm going to send both of these guys out. So he's going to be taking a management action, which is going to activate the West. So these guys are going to the West. And I get to choose either 3 cubes for each of them or $8. I will take... I'm going to take the 3 cubes for each of them. I think that makes the most sense. Or 3 cubes for 1. That gives me 4 here. No, I'll take the $8 for the other one. No, I'll take the 3 cubes. I'll take the 3 cubes. I'm setting myself up for the future. I hope. Come here, cube. Alright, so there's the 6 total cubes that I just got. Now I can go to here, and I can say, I can send both of these guys out, which I will do the same thing, and I will send them out to the West, because that's what he's going to choose to activate. Now, do I want $6 or 2 cubes? I think I'll do 2 cubes for both of those. Not get any money. So it gives me 4 more cubes. And then I can activate this management tile here, which says that I can, for 2 cubes, which is the 2 that I just got, or the 4 I just got, for 2 cubes apiece, I can put down 1 management tile per guy. So, let's take a look. What do I have here as options? I can put another management tile out, or a construction tile rather. He's going to be taking, well, I can't get guys there anyways. I'll take a movement. I'll put the movement there, and then I'll take another construction, and I'll put the construction there. Okay, so those are the two tiles I chose. That is all of my management actions. We'll switch back over. All my guys are stood up, so I don't have to do anything there. That'll slide over there. That kicks that off the board. This comes down here. This slides over to indicate Andrew's going to take the next action, which is going to be a management action. So that'll go there. It is an income for the West, which he does not do. But we flip this over, and we will see that he moves. He takes 3 research tiles. And there are only 2, so he takes both of those. Those go away. He would take a third one, but he can't, so he moves over 1 on the victory point card for how much this card's worth. That gets flipped over, and he's done. Now, I can pull all my guys off of the West here, and I'm pulling 4 guys back. I pull 4 guys back for 2 points apiece. That gives me 8 victory points. I'm at 16 victory points now. And then I also activate income for my projects. So I get 1 cube. I get 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take the $6. And that is my income. Now I actually get to take the management action. And the only managements I have left are to get 2 more tiles. Which is fine, because that's going to give me victory points. I can spend 4 cubes, and I will get 2 more tiles. And I will just choose... choose this one to put here, and then this one to put here. Sorry. Here and here. So now I have these rows filled out. And that was this 2 cubes per one. So I spent 4 cubes. And then that is my action. I don't have any guys to stand up, so I'm not going to. This comes away. This slides over and kicks that out. This will slide down here. This slides back over, so I get the next action. And hey, look at that. We have exactly enough cards to get all that over. I will... so this is going to be a construction action, but it's not his choice. I will choose... See, I don't have any guys out. The research is not going to allow... I need to put guys out. I need to move them, actually. Activate the Midwest and donate. He's going to take a management. So I can take construction, put that stuff out. I need to take the move action. So I'm going to choose to take the move action. So how that works is I put the gear to the right of the board, right? To the right of the action I want to take. There's nothing here. So what happens is this flips over and the gear actually moves down here. So this allows me to activate the Midwest and do a donation. So we're going to have to do that. Andrew's donation, he chooses the That one is not chosen. That's $5 plus a cube equals 4 victory points. So he will cover that one up. And then we still take the move action. So his move action is this moves to the right 2. Which that goes 1, 2. And then that's there. So that was his. Now, Midwest, I don't take any income. I don't want to donate. But I do want to take the move action. So I have 6 moves over here. And management is coming next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Those are my moves. I will stand everybody up that I can, pay for their cost, which is free. My favorite cost to pay. And then we will switch back over here. This goes away. This slides over, kicks it out, but it flips back over to indicate we can still take it. That goes over. This moves over here to indicate Andrew is going to choose the next action. His next card is the management action. So we will put the token to the right of the management action. That means this gets flipped over, and the management is actually going to be down here, which is a donation and a activating the South. So we'll flip Andrew's card over, and he just gets the one that just says 7 victory points. Like I said, I think he just blocks those off. I don't think he actually benefits from them, but we'll see at the end of the game. And then he is activating the management, which means he takes 3 of the management tiles. There are none, so this actually moves over 3. 1, 2, 3, and it is a 6-point card. Now it's my turn. Income for the South, I have nobody there, so I cannot pull anybody back. But I take the management action. So we'll flip over here to my board, and on my management action, I can start putting guys out. I'm going to put both of these guys out for sure. The East is going to activate. I don't really think I care whether the East activates. I'm going to be doing a construction. I could put guys in the East. Construction is going to allow me to put... Yeah. That's just going to give me more money. So we'll do that. Or do I want to, instead of doing construction, do I actually want to do the research? Because I can only build 1. I'm going to have to take the research action next. And then do construction. Or hope that it's going to be whatever is left under his card. Well, he's going to take management. Get 3 goods cubes. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put these guys. Out on the board here. It's only getting me $1 a piece coming back. I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to put them in the east, because that's what's going to trigger... Maybe not. Let's put him in the west. Let's put him in the west. And then this one we will... and I'm going to take 3 cubes apiece for those. So there's 3 cubes, and then 3 more here. And then on this one, I'm going to leave him there. I'm actually not going to put him out. And I will take the $3 for him that he generates. Now, that is my management action. Well, I could choose to pay to get another tile out there. You know what? Why not? I'll spend 2 to get this last tile, and we'll just throw it up right there. Just put it up in the top right. Bam. We'll go from there. All right, so that kicks this out. This moves over, flips back over. This is out. And now this moves over to indicate I get... No, that was his choice. Now it is my choice. This slides down. His is management, which I'm not going to do. So it is my choice. And he's going to choose construction on his turn. So I should choose... Yep, so I am definitely going to choose... to activate a research, because I need to do that before I get the construction up there. All right, so we flip him over, and it is just an income, so he doesn't activate the his income or his donation ability. But I am choosing to activate this, so east moves to the right. It moves 1, and then it cannot move 1 more, so he moves over here on the... So this is worth 1 victory point. East, I can't pull anybody back. I don't get income, but I do research. So we'll flip over here my research board. I have 2 guys here, so I get 6 research points. I get 6 research points. I will spend 2 research points to go from here to here. So I have 4 left. I will spend... two more to go from here to here. So I have 2 left. And then with that 2, I will spend... two to slide this out. And put a circle there. Will I? Or would it be double housing? Can't be double housing. Yeah, it's going to be double housing. I'm going to pull, instead of doing that, that one's sliding out one more. Okay. I think that's going to be my best bet. Now, so that was, yep, 2. That filled me up, or that used all of them. All right, so we'll switch back over here. This slides over and kicks this out. It goes there. And this slides back over to indicate Andrew is going to choose the last action, which is the construction action. So he chooses construction. That flips this over, which means that this goes here. He's going to activate the Midwest, and he's going to donate. So for his donation, he gets the South times 2. It's already chosen, so this moves over 1. Now, construction, he gets 4 cubes. He gets 1 on New Orleans. He gets 1 on Hotlanta. He gets 1 on Houston. And he gets 1 on Charleston. He was able to put all 4 of his cubes out, so this does not move anymore, and he's done. Now, I get to pull back guys from the West and collect income. I'm pulling 2 guys back. They go into my lobby, and they give me 2 victory points apiece. That puts me at 20 victory points. I also get to do my projects. So I get 1 goods cube. I get $2, $4, $5, $6. And then I get to activate construction. Construction, I will take both of these guys off, and they are going to come back out onto the board. We're going to stick 1. One's going to go in the Midwest, and I will I will pay 1 cube. 1 goods cube to put a cylinder out, and it's going to go in Chicago, and it'll be the housing. My next one, where do I want to stick this? Somewhere it's going to give me some money. I can't really finish that link anywhere, unfortunately. So where is it going to give me the most points? Somewhere it has a housing. It's going to have to be here in the West, and that'll be the other goods cube, and it's going to go over here in San Francisco. And those are the 2 construction projects I have. That finishes my turn out here, which means this slides over and kicks this out, which means we have reached the end of the game, because I also have no more Andrew cards to play. So, let's go to final scoring here. Calculate Andrew's score as follows. Each of Andrew's action cards are worth any amount of victory points according to their positions along the row of victory points. So I have a 10 point. Where's his victory point tracker? There it is. If I can get it out of there. I have a 10 point. I have 2 6 points, so that's at 22 so far. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers, so that's 15. So that puts me at 37. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 1-pointers, which puts me at 41. So Andrew is here at 41 points. If I did my math correctly, 10 plus 12 is 22, plus 15, 22 plus 15 is 37, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 37 plus 4 is 41. So that is correct. So that's there for that one. Any department tiles that Andrew has acquired are worth 2 victory points apiece. So he has acquired department tiles. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 2 for 18 more, which puts him at 59. He has also, let's see, transport discs that reach the last box of a transport track. He earns 6 victory points. So he gets 6 victory points for this one. So that puts him now at 65. And donations are scored according to what you built what I built during the game. So if I built 5 projects in the West, if Andrew had placed the donate, okay, so he gets, okay, so he gets 2 victory points for one or the other. Man, all right, so I built, and he scores that for me. So I have housing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6 times 2 is 12. That puts me at 77. Or him at 77. He scores 7 victory points for the 7 victory point one, which puts him at 84. He scores, for every $5 plus a goods cube. Oh man. And I have, let me make a change here, 3, 4, 5. There's another 5. He scores 4 points, so I have 4 of those. So I have, or he has 16 more points. It puts him at 100. And then he gets, for every disc in the East, which is just mine, so that's 1, 2. Or no, for each city, sorry. For each single city in the East, which is none. Oh, wait. Sorry, no, those are actual cities. I have 2, so he gets 4 more points. So he has 104 points. It's probably pretty safe to say he's beat me, but let's just see. All right, so my scoring. All right, so I get 3 victory points for an unused action choice tile, which I have none of. I have 1 victory point for each active standing employee, employees on missions, and the permanent employee in the starting resource department. Do not count. So, I have, if I look at my board here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 victory points. So I'm at 27. Now I get 2 to 3 victory points for each department tile built during the game, depending on where it was built. So I get, so this row gives me 2, this row gives me 2, this row gives me 2, and this row gives me 3. So I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 victory points. That puts me at 37 plus 5, 42. Victory points from the project tabs. I don't have any victory points on my project tab over here. I have not revealed any of the victory point scoring on the project tab there. I get victory points earned from major cities. So I have a link from Chicago to New York, and that is New York is 1 link, Chicago is 1 link. So that's 2 links, and the maximum I have is the train in both of those, so I get 9 victory points. So that puts me at 51. I get 0 to 3 for each of the construction projects built in the small, medium, or major cities, as indicated on this below. So I get 3 points. I get 5. I get 8. I get 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, which puts me at 73. I get victory points earned from my donations. So I go to my donations, and I get 3 points for every management tile I have, and I have 1, 2, 3 management tiles. So I get 9 points. Puts me at 82. Then I get 3 points for every research and development department. So I have 1, 2. I just have 2. So it gives me 6. Puts me at 88. And then I did I get 3 points for every section I'm in the trains. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 3 is 12 points, which puts me at 100. And that's it. That's all I score. So Andrew beat me by 4 victory points. I have 100 points. He has 104 points. And that is a solo game of Carnegie. Actually, wasn't. I was actually surprised I was scoring so many victory points. I probably, well, if I would have put this guy out, I would have had 1 more victory point, basically, because I would have lost a victory point because he wasn't standing, but I would have gotten a victory point because he was out there on the board, or 2 victory points because he's out on the board, so it would have netted me 1 more. Probably should have maybe spread my people. I was basically kind of looking 1 step ahead and seeing where the next income phase was coming from and dumping all my guys there. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have, spread them out a little bit more, so I was kind of getting more steady income rather than just a bunch of income. And then I really got kind of messed up with I was trying to build a link from New York down here to the south and up here to get me. That would have given me a lot more points, but I wasn't paying attention that I needed a public works project to get Washington. That would have given me a lot more points. I didn't focus on that, unfortunately. I think I did fairly well getting my transportation tracks up into the highest levels. That allowed me to generate a bunch of victory points. I think I had 16 victory points basically before starting. So I think that helped me a lot. But outside of that, I don't think I made a lot of bad decisions. Other than maybe I screwed up, with the way the departments were laid out. So Andrew probably took some departments that maybe could have helped me that he shouldn't have taken. I don't know. Or maybe I had departments available that he should have had that I shouldn't have had access to, I guess. Maybe those helped me. I don't know. That who knows? I'd have to go back and rewatch. Anyways, that is a solo game of Carnegie. I enjoyed it. It's very Euro-y. It's very trying to get your engine building going and your victory points. It's a point salad game, basically. You're getting victory points from everywhere. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very fun game. I'm actually looking forward to playing it with people because I think there's going to be a lot of going back and forth, take that type things. With taking trying to rush towards the end of the tracks, taking these, building these projects out here and taking them from people. I think it's going to be a fun game with actual players rather than playing against Andrew. Though the solo play was, he was a. I didn't feel like I was competing against him. I kind of did, but I really didn't. I was just kind of doing my own thing. I did base my decisions on what was going to happen based on his what cards he had coming out. The advanced cards don't show the icons on the back, so they don't show like what action he's going to be strong in. So you don't know. This was the beginner game, so his actions were all basically, what was going to benefit him was available to me, and he still beat me. So this is definitely a game that is going to take a lot of thought into your actions and planning. I think planning is the meat and potatoes of this game. You have to plan several moves ahead, which I was not doing. But anyways, that is my thought after a solo playthrough of Carnegie. Thanks for watching, guys.